Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we have one more game against the Brewers in this series before we have the Reds come to our place. Get things loaded up. Here is Pan Paca Park. Not a lot to say. We've pretty much beat the Brewers like a drum all year, and so is everybody else. They're at 2-12 on the season coming into today. Yeah, we've got Jonathan on the mound today, already up to 21 strikeouts after 2 starts. So we'll see how start number 3 goes. Here's Tony Gwynn Jr. First pitch in there for a strike. Another called strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He is not having a great series. Had a just terrible day yesterday. Struck out 3 or 4 times, something like that. Here's Ronnie Cedeno, who actually has had a pretty decent series, but not a lot of help around him. He's got an 0-2 count in this at-bat, and he will swing and a miss for strike 3. Here's Bill Hall. They're scuffling a bit here to start the year, although I suppose you can say that about everybody when your team starts 2-12. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Foul tip, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jonathan strikes out the side to start the game. We'll go to the bottom of the first, where Kester will lead things off. Brewers with the same lineup that we have been seeing. Jeff Suppan, who only pitched for a batter yesterday, is going to start today's game. Maybe that explains why he got pulled so quickly. So we'll see how far he makes it into this game. Kester fouls the first pitch away. Ground ball to third, Bullard over to first. 1 down. Here comes Marvin. He will bat left-handed. He will look at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Looks at strike 3. 2 quick outs. Here is Chief at the plate. Hit his first home run of the season yesterday. A solo opposite field shot. Has a 2-0 count in this at-bat. Takes strike 1. Takes strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Suppan, basically matches Jonathan to start the game. We'll go to the second inning where Nitro is going to lead things off for the Brewers. Nitro did hit a home run against us in the 9th inning of the first game, though the game had already gotten out of hand at that point. It's got a 1-1 count to start off this at-bat, and this one will just miss outside. Curveball in there for a strike. That'll make it 2-2. Palm ball stays high. We've got a full count. Hit towards third. Chief takes it on a hop. A bit of a long throw, and he does get it there. Maybe a step in front of Nitro. Earlier in his career, I don't think Chief would have been able to make that throw, but he has improved his arm strength quite a bit over the years. Still not I wouldn't call it a cannon like I would Joey's, but he is more capable over there than he was as a rookie. Speaking of, to metagame here a little bit, did have a comment yesterday asking me to post the ratings for all the players. And that's a good idea. I probably should have done that from the start. So I'll have to try to remember this, but I think my plan right now is to, when this is all over, make a post on the website as Bullard strikes out. Van Hecken comes to the plate. Make a post on the website where all the players started their rankings and then where they ended them at the end of the 10 seasons. So be looking for that in a few years. Van Hecken is going to ground out to second, and that will end the inning. All zeros up on the scoreboard. Terry's going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Terry also hit a home run yesterday. He is already up to 6, and we still have quite a bit of April to go. I mean, not quite a bit, but like half of it. So he has been on a tear, especially for the way we hit home runs, which is not very often. He's got a 1-2 count in this at-bat. He will watch this one stay high, maybe a touch inside as well. Down and in, Terry with a full count. And he will draw a walk. That is the first base runner for either team. Here's Frank at the plate. Hits this one foul into the left field seats. Well, just barely got over the wall, actually. Ground ball. High hop might save this from a double play. And Nitro only gets the out at first. High enough hop that Terry was able to get to second safely. Tom with a base hit into center field, and now that is going to turn into a run. Throw goes home, but it's far too late. Squirrels up 1-0 with one out here in the second. Runner still on first, and Zach takes a strike. Zach hits this one hard. I think this might be his first of the year. Sure is, a 410-foot line drive shot into right center. And this game is quickly 3-0 Squirrels over the span of, 4 batters. So here's Joey. Suppan a little rattled out there. Does throw in a strike. Joey right to Bill Hall, or Bullard rather. Sorry, Hall's playing short. So Bullard makes the play, line drive right at him. Jonathan does not have a hit yet this year. It's not a fielder, but I would say he's a regular player. He's the last regular guy not to have a hit, and he lines that one right to Nitro, and that will end the inning. Squirrels now ahead 3-0 though as we go into the third, where Scott is going to lead things off.
Number 104, great Scott, left field.
First pitch outside on a palm ball. Jonathan tries it again, and it's fouled away down the third base line. 1-1. This is going to be into center field, and that'll be the Brewers' first hit and first base runner today. Gabe Kepler at the plate. Runner on first with nobody out. Palm ball catches the outside corner for strike one. Ground ball to third. It is fair. Throw goes to second. There is a throw to first, but it's well late. So that'll bring Jeff Suppan to the plate. I don't know how many at-bats, but he does not have a hit yet this year either, so he swings and misses at the first pitch. Pops this one foul. Terry chasing it, and he will not get there. 0-2. Looks at strike three on a fastball. 2 away. Tony Gwynn Jr. at the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. 1 of 5 strikeouts. Jonathan got the first trip through the Brewers' order. Popped foul. Tom, I do believe, will have this one, and he does. Still 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. The Squirrels are back at the top of their order. Kester ground out in his first at-bat. Suppan had 2 strikeouts the first time through the Squirrels' order. Starts Kester off with a strike. Ground ball to second, and that will be the first out of the inning. Here's Marvin. He was one of those 2 strikeouts. Looks at a curveball, though it looked more like a changeup. It's thrown very slowly. And then a fastball, both for strikes. Marvin has not swung yet. Does here, and it'll be a ground ball to first. 2 away, and here is Chief. He was the other strikeout the first time through. Watches that slider bounce in. This one almost hits him. 2-0. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 1. Oh, fastball right down the middle, and Chief just let it go. Hits this one, a ground ball to second, and that's going to end the inning. We move to the 4th. Squirrels still up 3-0, and Ronnie Cedeno is going to lead it off for Milwaukee. Cedeno struck out in his first at-bat and looks at strike 1 here. This pitch out of the zone. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2. You think that ball might have been inside. Fouled away. There's 2 strikes anyway. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Here's Bill Hall, who also struck out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a fastball. That curveball stays outside. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Looks at strike 3. 2 away. Here is Nitro. He put the ball on the ground his first time up. Although I don't remember where to. He wasn't the one that hit it to third. Strikes out in this at-bat, though, so I guess it doesn't matter. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 3-0 Squirrels, and it'll be Terry at the plate. Terry drew a walk in his first plate appearance and starts off with the bounced-in changeup in this at-bat. Hits this one hard. Will it leave the yard? It does. A 413-foot shot for his 7th home run of the year. And that officially puts us outside of save situation at 4-0. Obviously, still time for the Brewers to put it back in that situation, but they're going to have to start scoring some runs, and they've not done a great job of that really all year, for being honest. Not just against us. So, obviously, the base is empty and nobody out. Frank takes a strike. He ground out in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 2. He'll put another one on the ground to Hall. That will be the first out of the inning. Tom got a base hit up the middle in his first at-bat. Suphan's starting to wipe his brow. First pitch in there for a strike. In there for strike 2. Looks at strike 3. 2 away. Here's Zach. He homered in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the 4th inning. 4-0 now for the Squirrels as we go to the 5th. And it will be Bullard to lead things off for the Brewers. He struck out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at the first pitch here. Looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, here's Van Hecken. He ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Here's Scott. He has the lone Brewers hit today. He'll look at a strike on a curveball. Also, I should note, Jonathan up to 10 strikeouts on the day. It's got Scott at an 0-2 count. Ground ball. This will be fielded by Joey, and there is the third out. Sorry, that ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Joey's going to lead things off, and it is a 4-0 Squirrels lead. Joey actually hit the ball well, but it was right to Bullard, if I remember right. He's got a 2-0 count in this at-bat. Too high, make it 3-0. There's a called strike. Up the middle, but Hall will glove it and get it to first. 1 down. Here's Jonathan, though he is not going to face Suppan. He will face Octavio Jotel, yesterday's starter. So I can't imagine he's got that much left in the tank. Jonathan lined out to first, kind of like Joey. Not a badly hit ball, just badly placed. It's got a 1-1 count at the moment. Hits this one. Will it stay fair? It will not. Was not foul by much. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 away. Here is Kester. He will hit one to Cedeno. Fields, nice play actually on a short hop. Brings us to the 6th inning. It's a 4-0 Squirrels lead. Gabe Kapler's going to lead it off for Milwaukee. Kapler with a ground ball in his first at-bat. Looks at a backdoor slider for strike 1. Another slider gets a swing and a miss. And looks at another slider for strike 3. Here's Dotel. He will get to bat. He only faced one batter, so I suppose I would probably leave him in there too if I were Milwaukee. He's got an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Here's Tony Gwynn Jr. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a foul out. Looks at strike 1. That palm ball bounces in. Fastball just a bit inside. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss to make it 2-2. Fouls it off his foot. That seems to be fine. Hit towards second. Kester makes the grab, and that will end the top of the 6th inning. Still 4-0 Squirrels, and they will start off with Marvin at the plate. First pitch to Marvin is called a strike. He will continue to bat left-handed. Fouls that one back to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's Chief. He is also 0 for 2 today. That fastball, too low. Fastball called a strike up in the zone. Puts that one pretty much down the middle, and Chief promptly puts it out into the left field stands. Definitely a no-doubter. 472 feet, his second home run of the year. And also 2 in the last 2 days. Makes it 5-0 Squirrels, and that will bring Terry to the plate. He is walked and homered. And he will look at strike 1 here. Dotel, I imagine, a bit of a sacrificial lamb. He's going to pitch until his arm can't take it anymore. Terry with a base hit up the middle. 1 on, 1 out, and Frank at the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a couple grounders. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one hard through the left side of, or the right side rather, of the infield. 2 on with 1 out for Tom. He's already got at least 1 hit in this game. And a 1-1 count to start off with. Looks at strike 2. That pitch bounces in, but Van Hecken handles it. Ground ball to short. Hall will go to second with it. Cedeno to first, not in time. 2 away. Runners on the corners for Zach, who already has a home run in this game. Looks at strike 1. Line drive, but right to Cedeno, and that will get us into the 7th inning. Cedeno is going to lead it off for Milwaukee, who now trail 5-0.
Number 5, Ronnie Cedeno.
Let's see. Yeah, it was Zach made that last out, so that will bring Quinton into the game.
Your attention, please. For Indianapolis, number 76, Gonzalez.
All right, Cedeno has struck out in both at-bats today. First pitch is inside. Is that going to get down for a hit? It will. There's Milwaukee's second hit and second base runner of the day.
Number 2.
Leadoff single brings Bill Hall to the plate, who has also struck out in both at-bats so far. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one right over the base. That'll be a base hit as well. Quinton a bit slow to get there. Cedeno basically walked to third. Leaves runners on the corners for Nitro. Still no outs. Gonzalez starts off with a changeup for a strike. Fastball too far inside. Changeup popped foul, but it'll make the screen or the seats. Guess it just missed the screen. Nitro does not chase that changeup. Does hit this cutter into right field, and it'll get down for a base hit, and the Brewers are on the board. Hall on his way to third, and he's going to make it there. So runners still on the corners for Bullard. Still nobody out, and it's now a 5-1 Squirrels lead. Bullard takes a strike. Ground ball back to the middle. Joey tosses to Kester. Kester goes home with it. And it's not in time. I don't know why he didn't go to first. So the Brewers score another run. 5-2. And now we got a different proposition on our hands. Runner still on first with only 1 out. Van Hecken swings and misses. And looks at strike 2. Swing and a miss on the changeup. That's a pretty good strikeout for Gonzalez. Scott at the plate is 1 for 2 on the day. 2 away, 1 on. Swings and misses at a changeup. Swings and misses at a changeup. Hits this changeup, and it will get down into right field for a base hit. So Gonzalez not having maybe his sharpest day. Runners on the corners again. 2 outs with Gabe Kapler at the plate. Sure, Gonzalez just wanting to get out of this inning. Tosses in a strike. Another strike on a fastball. 0-2. And that's going to get down into left field, and that's going to score another Brewers run. 5-3, 2 on. The Brewers are going to pinch hit this time, and that makes Muto the go-ahead run at the plate. 2 away, 2 on. And he will put this into center field for a base hit, and that looks like it's going to score another run, and it does. 5-4. And we are now going to get a pinch runner for Gabe Kapler. Goes from a speed 4 to a speed 12, so that is quite the upgrade. Tony Gwynn Jr. looks at a ball, swings and misses at a cutter. That fastball outside. Ground ball to first, and Terry will step on the bag. So the Squirrels still have a lead going into the stretch, but it's much skinnier than it was going in. Joey's going to lead off on the other side. Okay, I had another microphone blip, which turns into a camera blip, but all you missed was literally the pitching change to Villanueva. So, frustrating on my end, very inconsequential to your end. Hopefully you are hearing this. I did actually close the camera app and redo the privacy settings, so hopefully it'll really seem like nothing major happened on your end. Anyway, Squirrels up by 1 now. Joey with a base hit up the middle to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Here comes Quentin with his first at-bat of the day. It will be left-handed as he looks at a ball. Slider down and away. There's a called strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. This is into left field. That will get down for a base hit. Joey on his way to third, and he's in there safely. So runners on the corners now for Kester, and nobody out. First pitch, a curveball for a strike. That changeup stays high. Into left field. Oh, it's actually going to get over Scott's head. I think he was playing Kester shallow, which is normally not a bad idea. But it does get a run back on an RBI double from Kester. 6-4 now. Marvin looks at strike 1, still batting left-handed. Runners on second and third. Marvin with an 0-2 count. Will Scott get this one? No, that's going to fall in as well, and that's going to score 2 runs, a 2 RBI single. And now we're back to 8-4, and Chief at the plate, still nobody out. So right when we thought the Brewers had us right where they wanted us, we got almost, actually we did get, well, not all the runs back from that inning, I guess. Still need one more for that. So Chief up the middle, and that will get through for a base hit. 2 awards, still no outs, and here is Terry, who's already got a homer today. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Ground ball to second. Cedeno goes to second, and that's the only out that the Brewers get. And looks like that's going to be it for Villanueva. He's holding his elbow. So the Brewers will now go with Kyle Snyder, who was not particularly effective yesterday, so maybe he'll be better today. He comes in with runners on the corners and 1 out. Frank at the plate. Looks at a ball. Looks at another ball. That one too high. That one just a bit outside. 3-0. There's a called strike to make it 3-1. Swing and a miss. Full count. Only 1 out, so runners will stay put. And fouled away. We'll try again. Snyder from the stretch. Fouled away again. Still a full count with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Here is Tom. He will look at strike 1. Check over on first. Now to the plate. A swing and a miss. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Snyder definitely much more effective today than he was yesterday. But the Squirrels jump back out to a 4-run lead as we go into the 8th inning. Ronnie Cedeno is going to lead it off for the Brewers. We are not going to keep Gonzalez in there. He's getting tired, and that inning wasn't great. Do we try to get 2 innings out of Zap? I say we give it a try, and that will bring Martinez in to catch.
Your attention, please. Now on the line pitch for Indianapolis, number 23, Zap.
All right, Cedeno 1 for 3. Got a hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. That's going to be another base hit into right field. Hopefully this is not starting another 4-run inning or 3-run inning. I guess it would have been all 4 runs in that inning. Mercado now playing right field is sure part of a double switch. Probably when I was messing with the camera, so I missed the details. He rolls one into left field just out of Joey's reach. That puts 2 Brewers aboard to start the inning, and here is Nitro. Oh, swing and a miss, but Martinez misses the pitch. I don't know if they got crossed up there, but runners now on second and third. Pop up from Nitro, Zap off the back of the mound, makes the catch. So still 2 runners in scoring position, but now with 1 out. Bullard at the plate. Swings and misses at a fastball. Changeup misses, down and away. Tries that spot again, and still a ball. And then a breaking ball too low. 3-1. Fouled back. We got a full count. Up the middle. Joey, though, gets... Ooh, good ballsy play. He's kind of deep up the middle, but Joey with that strong arm gets the ball home in time to cut down a run. So now runners on first and second with 2 outs. Van Hecken puts one towards Joey again softly, but Joey again up to the task. So it is still a 4-run lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Martinez is going to lead it off after just coming into the game to catch. Just, also somewhat by design. First pitch stays high. That fastball in there for a strike. Another called strike. Called strike 3. 1 down. Here's Joey. He is 1 for 3. Got a base hit in his last at bat. He's behind on that pitch somehow. Hits this one into left. That'll be a base hit. So Quinton will take his second at bat. He did get a base hit in his first one. That curveball too low. Changeup gets a swing and a miss. Another changeup put right to Nitro. He throws to second. Muto back to first, not in time. 2 away. Kester with a pretty deep double in his last at bat. I don't believe he has hit a home run at any professional level. But he does come up with the base hit up the middle to bring it to Marvin. 2 on, 2 outs. A ground ball through the left side. Quinton on his way home, and he will make it there. 9-4. Now we've got all those runs back from the bad inning. Chief at the plate, looks at a strike. 2 on, 2 out. Swings and misses at a wild one. Hits this one, but Cedeno will have it and go to first to bring us into the 9th inning. Scott's going to lead it off for the Brewers, and it's a 9-4 ball game. See if Zap can finish this off. Scott 2 for 3 on the day. Hits this one to third. Chief over to first. 1 out. I presume a pinch hitter here, and it looks like it will be. We'll see Jason Kendall. I haven't seen him in a little while. Has not gotten a hit this year, it appears. First pitch is inside. There's a called strike. And that's too low. It's 2-1. Fouled away. That'll make it 2-2. Into left field, and it gets down for a base hit. So his first hit of the year. Runner on first with 1 out. Muto got a base hit in his last at-bat. His first at-bat, I should say. He's got an 0-2 count in this encounter. This one back to Zap. He has to wait for a minute to get it to second. That is the only out the Squirrels get. So Tony Gwynn Jr., the last chance for the Brewers. He'll look at strike 1. A fastball up and out. Outside again. 2-1. That's a better looking fastball, and Zap does get the call. 2-2. Does not chase that breaking ball. Full count, 2 outs. Runner will be off, and it's a called strike 3 to end the ball game. The Brewers score 4, but it's not enough as they give up 9 today. We will look at a few highlights here. We had, 3 home runs today? I doubt that has happened in very many of our games. Yeah, Chiefs especially, absolutely no doubt. Into the upper section of the seats out there in left. All right, Tom's going to be your player of the game for knocking in the winning run, which was the first run. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. We've got the Reds coming into town tomorrow, so we will see you then for hopefully a much better series than this has been.